Let's get into AI fixed it, bitch.
Hey, I fixed it. Hollywood broke it. Drop that mic, yeah, we roast it, smoke it. Blueprints here, follow it.
Follow it. I love that.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I know what you were gonna say.
I was like, let's not. I already said it.
AI fixed it. What we do is we plug in a movie or a TV show into AI, and it gives us 5 problems and 5 solutions. And basically, when we get this list, it's not edited. I do not we do not go back in and reprompt to fix whatever it says to us. I'm basically copying and pasting into a Google Doc, and this is what we got.
Let me put it this way. Matt did some note changes for me for another episode down the road here. And AI was so brutal that he said to it, he said it basically AI wanted to roast the shit out of me.
Oh, it did want to.
I was like, because it was just, let's just say it like this. I didn't watch a certain movie, and it was like wanting to make fun of me, all this other crap. And like Matt was like, listen, man, we're not going to make fun of him for it. But he wanted to roast the shit out of me. So the fact that it was going to do that, I mean, it says a lot, especially about this that we're going to be talking about. Because
this goes.
There's one funny thing that I honestly read, and I was like, there's no way that it fucking said that. And I started laughing out of it. But anyways.
I did actually add one note for myself.
Oh, you did? Okay.
But it's more of a talking point than it is like adding a note that AI did.
Okay.
But that's why I'm going to do number 2. So if you can do number 1.
All right. So number 1, right? So the 5 real problems here, but number 1, multiverse mess instead of a Flash story. I mean, no shit on that one. Warner Brothers marketed this as The Flash, but it turned into Batman and Friends featuring the Scarlet, speed bump. I didn't even see that. I was like, the speed bump.
Scarlet speed bump. That's great.
Barry got showed into his own movie so that he could get squeezed in by Michael Keaton, nostalgia bait, and random cameos of dead actors. Instead of focused Flash tale, it's just a messy pile of a half-baked fan service. I mean, it's so true, though, because when you watch the damn movie, there are some good things about it to a degree. I'm not saying everything. It was a little weird at some points, but when you start adding in Michael Keaton, absolutely. I love that. I love that aspect of it. But you're right. I mean, then you throw in a random Supergirl, who's not even.
Well, I mean, a random Nicolas Cage.
Well, that was. I mean, so hold on. Actually, I found that out though. That actually was a movie that was supposed to happen.
Well, and I understand, but. Did it need?
I know it didn't need to be in there, no. But I found it interesting that they threw a little cameo bit to that. But no, I mean it was a pile of shit, and it was a pile of mess of you don't know what is really going on, and then all of a sudden it's like, you're right, it is Batman just kind of taking the lead on that shit, and you're like, where's the Flash?
I mean, I love myself some Michael Keaton Batman. I did not lying about that, but I mean, really, did you have to have a second Flash wearing a spray painted Batman suit?
Oh yeah, yes, I mean, yeah, and then have the fucking lightning bolt on it. Yeah, I know. No, absolutely not.
It just was a mess. So number 2, the problem number 2, cartoon level CGI in a $200 million film.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
So the Chrono Bowl looked like a PS3 cutscene, and not a good one. Babies look like rubber dolls. Cameos look like deep fake stock footage. And the final fight looked like a speed run through an unfinished video game. The studio's excuse? It's Barry's perspective. Yeah, no, it's called bad rendering.
That's true.
So this is the note that I add. So this is called you didn't finish the CGI, and then you go out and say, this is the way it's supposed to look. This they actually said this.
I know you said, and we talked about this too.
And you're like, Oh, it is? Like, you don't think that we wouldn't notice? Like, you didn't even bother to put ears on Adam West's Batman cowl? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and then the Nick Cage,
and then
long-haired
Nick Cage Superman, like, that was needed in this movie?
No, and like I said, I know what the whole cancellation of, it was a Tim Burton actually who did it, or was supposed to do it with Nicolas Cage, because I remember seeing a video on it, but no, does it make any sense? No, because there's no reason to throw a random.
I understand the multiverse, DC's multiverse and showing different things, but
no. Let's get it straight. It's DC Elseworlds, baby.
whatever you want to call it. What the exact explanation of this is a PS3 cutscene. Babies looking like rubber dolls, cameos looking like deep fake stock footage, and then the final fight looking like a speed run through an unfinished video game. That is like the perfect explanation of what this movie looked like.
No, I totally agree. And I mean, the fact that you and I both said that the CGI was so not even well done and that
They didn't finish it on purpose.
I know. And then I'm like, again, because we even talked about it. Like, you're going to sit there and tell us that it was supposed to be on purpose and that, you have a film that is that much. There's no fucking way that you couldn't have spent more time on it or just delayed the movie to then finish it.
That sounds like that old, like, oh, my dog ate my homework. Like,
Sorry.
You know what I mean? Like,
and then, by the way, it's your perspective.
like why you late for work? Oh, like my grandmother died. Like, it's like,
Didn't you say that last week?
it's like, the age old thing. Like when something fucks up and you're like, well, why'd you do that? Oh, it was supposed to be like that. Like, no. It's like when you buy something and it was really expensive and then your wife's like, hey, what's that? What do you mean? This thing, I've had it the whole time.
Bullshit. It looks like a macaroni fucking project you just did there for a minute.
You're like, no, I've had this the whole time. No,
Yeah, well-
that is new. You've just bought this. No.
No. I've had this entire time.
Yeah.
So you bought a pile of shit for no reason? Yes, I did, actually. And then this next one,
boy.
I do have to talk about this one. So
Yeah.
this next one is, this one's probably the biggest complaint, and I know Matt is a big proponent of this one, but it's Barry Allen, the awkward annoyance, and the dumbest running form in cinema history. It should be history, not in cinema. Ezra Miller's Flash was written as a jittery, socially awkward gag machine. That's fine in small doses, but here it's every scene. Sorry. The dual Barry setup just doubled the cringe. And let's not forget his running style, like a confused Olympic swimmer who forgot the water was missing. It's not human or superhuman grace. It's my toddler pretending to be Naruto.
Oh my god!
I mean, so the problem was, and I know we're gonna fix that too, because this was a big one. I mean, when you look, and Matt mentioned this to me because he said this to me before I watched the movie. He's like, "Watch his running."
The running is so fucking I don't know why he swings his arms to why does he swing his arms to the side?
I know. So
nobody runs like
no.
that.
So like if you compare it to like the CW, right, and you watch the Flash and like the TV show versus what
he
this guy
runs
does.
like a normal
Because,
person
right,
runs.
He's going like this, right, and he's throwing his arms up, whatever. This guy Ezra, he's doing this. He's like. Like he's just flailing his arms like it's nothing.
He's doing the Olympics, like I said, he's exactly doing like an Olympic swimmer. He's moving his arms to the side when he runs. It was like you watch him and like, who the fuck runs like that?
No, nobody in
does.
human history probably ever, unless you're. No, I can't even say it. I'm not going to say it. The point is, you look stupid, man. You look like you don't even know what the hell you're doing, and you shouldn't be having the speed force to begin with. That's just me.
When you move your arms like that, it's not even aerodynamically correct. Like you would be running slower if you moved your arms.
I mean,
you move your arms like this because your arms are closer to your body. Not like when you
look. No, think about it. Like when you look at Olympic running or like people that are sprinting. They're definitely not doing what the hell his fucking motion and his little flailing of the arms and whatever he's doing.
If you ran like that in real life, you would take off like a fucking plane, like a helicopter. It'd be like, whoa, what the hell?
What is this shit?
He's flying in the air. That motherfucker.
Hey, it's a bird. It's a plane. It's what the fuck is that? Anyways,
all right. Number 4, Zod and Supergirl wasted, and not in a good way. Not like Supergirl will be in the new movie. I'm just putting it out.
He's like, I'm not trying to spoil it here.
So Michael Shannon's Zod is barely present and looks like he'd rather be at the DMV.
that's funny.
Yeah, that's funny right there. Sasha Calle's Supergirl had real potential, but she's shoved into a joyless, rushed arc that ends with her repeatedly dying in the same time loop. No growth, no payoff, just disposable multiverse fodder.
I mean, it's true that the fact that Michael Shannon, so yes, he played Zod in Henry Cavill's version of
Yes.
Zod, but he did I thought he did a really good job as Zod. for the most part, and you're right. There was no growth. There was no nothing. He was just like, okay, whatever. I'm just here, fucking. I'm just pretending to be my role again,
Yeah,
And
he
I'm
just
like,
did his role and he was just present. Like there was no payoff to his role. But I mean, Supergirl did have real potential if she was put in the movie for something real.
I mean, she was
And
just there as an extra at this point.
you basically just put her in there just so she could die over and over and over and over again in different ways.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at least Batman, I mean, he's trying to, at least try to prevent some of that shit, and he's actually a badass doing it. But like, I mean, don't get me wrong. There was I think there was one scene I do remember when she like beats the shit out of. Was it Zod? I think it was Zod. Like he was like like it just like straight up like punching the shit out of him. That was cool. But like other than that, there really wasn't a whole lot of other things
No.
that I can remember.
They were
off the
just
top of my head.
their characters were just wasted in that.
And then the final one, the emotional core buried under gags and cameos.
Mm-hmm.
The heart of the story should have been Barry confronting grief and learning to let go of his mother. No shit. Instead, I call it, or they say WB here, but Warner Brothers, stuffed it with so much slapstick, bad improv, and cameo distractions that the emotional weight felt like an afterthought. I mean, it's true. I mean, I know it was also like kind of forced, humor. It wasn't like a natural, like his,
Right.
When you look at Flash or Barry Allen, right, he's funny in his own way, or especially like when you look at the comics or the, at least some of the animated stuff, like he's funny in his own right. And
Yeah, I mean, in the comics, he had more of a dry humor. It wasn't like he was like a slapstick, like.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he wasn't. He also wasn't awkward or like weird, like.
And he was very weird and awkward in this,
Yeah.
because it wasn't. He's not the Barry Allen that we know, right? And it almost sounds like when Matt and I talked about this. I mean, this should be an AI fix too. And I know it's probably not in here. They really should have just chose a lot of the CW characters that were on those shows and honestly put them in the fucking screen, because I'm telling you, they would have done a hell of a lot better than half the people that they would have done. Now, I'm not saying everybody, but like at least the Flash in this case.
Well,
Grant Gustin, man, he's my Flash. And I know he's your Flash. I'm sorry. Like he's the guy that I would have wanted to see on the big screen, not fucking Ezra Miller.
certainly not Ezra Miller, but I mean, whether he does Flash or not, I mean, there probably are other people that could pull the role off. It just would be seeing him in the role, and whether,
Right, and
whether James Gunn chooses the right person for it or not.
And-
I don't know.
Well, I know he's not going to choose Grant Gustin. I think he's going to choose somebody else.
But we should get into the fixes. So, one, make it. Hey, this is an idea. Make it a Flash movie. No, Batman's greatest hits. So strip away the Keaton overload. I mean, I love myself Keaton, but yeah, strip away the Keaton overload and the random dead celebrity cameos. Focus on Barry, his journey, his relationship to time. The multiverse can be there, but it serves the story, not the marketing department. Batman can cameo, not co-star.
Yeah, and I mean, you're right. I mean, if it was a Flash movie, it should have been based off Flash. And I mean, and not really focusing on like,
Yeah.
hey,
Batman co-starred in that movie.
no, I know he
Yeah.
did. And it didn't
Not
make
cameoed. He was a co-star, and that's the whole point. Like, this wasn't a Flash movie.
No, it was a Michael Keaton movie. it really was.
It should have just been a Crisis Infinite Earth or whatever that
Yeah, it should have never been called, Flash, whatever. I don't even.
Flashpoint or whatever that whatever that thing that happens. It should have just been called that and not a Flash movie, because it's clearly not about the Flash in a whole, because you really just don't get that. But anyways, moving on.
Yes. And now the second one, commit to high quality grounded visual effects. Hey, what we just talked
Hey.
about. No PS3 baby tosses. There you go. No uncanny valley Nicolas Cage spider fights. There you go. Go practical where possible and keep CGI photorealistic.
There you
Time-
go. How about
Hey,
that?
time travel sequences should look mind bending and awe-inspiring. Think Interstellar meets Doctor Strange, not Shrek 2.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh, I
that
didn't
is
even know that.
That is so right, though. I mean, you look at Shrek 2 and then you think of the Flash, and it's like,
Oh my God.
oh my gosh,
That's
that
like
is
similar.
like- the CGI almost was like Shrek 2 in some scenes.
I mean, it's sad that you're comparing it to a fucking
An
animated.
animated show,
Yeah,
like,
I just
like movie, yeah.
God.
Oh, so give Barry a running style that doesn't look like aquatic jazz hands.
Hey, what did we
Hey.
talk about?
Hire an actual sprinter, or hey, we should hire.
We should hire Usain Bolt or somebody that
They-
actually knows what they're doing.
This is like should have been a conversation between the producers. Hey, we should hire a sprinter. No. Fuck it. Let's just let Ezra Miller run how he runs
In real life.
in real life.
This is how he looked like when he was in gym class
Yeah.
back in the
So,
day.
yeah, hire an actual sprinter or an athletic consultant to choreograph the run. The Flash should look like the fastest man alive, not like he's about to win a synchronized swimming gold medal. Make it aerodynamic, powerful, and believable. Something a kid would want to imitate, not mock.
I mean, that's true. I mean, most kids would probably mock
Shit.
the shit out of that.
Yeah.
And then give Zod and Supergirl real arcs. No kidding.
Yeah.
Instead of show up, fight, die repeatedly, let Supergirl survive and evolve. No kidding. Give Zod a reason to be here beyond because Man of Steel nostalgia. Maybe Zod knows about Barry's timeline, meddling, and it's exploiting it, raising the stakes of both heroes.
Hey,
It makes sense. I mean,
I mean, you can't really argue about any of
no,
these.
and I can't
really.
even talk about it because that's a legitimate reason.
So, number 5, and this is the last one, center the story on mother-son arc. So make this Barry's emotional crucible. Every decision should be built toward him facing the impossible choice. Save his mom or save reality. Cut the excess cameos and comedy beats in the third act so his final goodbye lands like a gut punch, not like a Hallmark card between between fart jokes. Wow.
No, I mean, and here's the thing. Like, when I look at that, right, that whole thing, I mean, it's true. I mean, we just talked about, what was it, mutate or
Mutate, don't malfunction.
right. So it's the same thing here. Like, you need to have a turning point or have a like it just said, emotional crucible, like something that's gonna change the character or at least
Right,
get
and
to them to that point.
basically, I think this was the movie right at the end, right, where he's like walking around and he thinks like Bruce Wayne is walking up to him, and it's fucking George Clooney.
All of a sudden, you're like, you're not my Batman.
Yeah, and he's like,
like,
you're not fucking Bruce Wayne. He's like, yeah,
yes, I am.
and we're all like,
I mean,
no, bat nipples, no, you're not.
the bat nipples.
Hey, bat nipples, no, you're not.
Hey, no, listen, bat nipples. I need you to go back in time
Yeah,
here.
hey, I'm glad you're not canon because
You
we don't need those.
You know,
bat
it'd be even
nipples.
weirder if he like show Val Kilmer or somebody random like that, just randomly show up and be like, "Wait, Christian Bale? What is that? What is going on here?"
Yeah, I don't.
I know.
I don't even know what they were thinking with that one, but anyways, if Warner Brothers, not W, I don't. It's AI, so they probably couldn't say Warner Brothers, but if Warner Brothers had fixed the CGI, killed the breaststroke run, and actually made this about Barry Allen instead of Michael Keaton's greatest hits tour, The Flash could have been DC's emotional showstopper. But instead of the punchline to every worst superhero movie list in the next decade, that's pretty much what The Flash became.
I mean, literally, this is like the B-rated, probably almost a C-rated movie of like superhero movies right now. I mean, and it's sad because, like we just said, this could have been a great movie if they actually did the CGI, did it about Flash, did it about certain things, and made
Out of all
certain
of
arcs.
yeah, I mean, out of all of this, I mean the whole movie was terrible, but I think the whole thing out of this for me definitely was like the CGI just kills it.
No, I thought it was the CGI in his running style.
Well, I mean, both of those were killers for me, but I mean when you're watching the CGI, it's so terrible that you almost just can't get over the way that it looks. But
No, I know.
that was AI fixed it.